In life, the way others show up in our experiences is deeply connected to how we perceive the world inside us. It is a subtle recognition that what we believe to be real is not simply dictated by the events around us, but rather by the way we internally interpret those events through our emotions. Each individual's perception of reality is shaped by an internal alchemy, a process that takes the infinite possibilities of life and distills them into something tangible that we can recognize and relate to. As we journey through existence, we realize that the external world is not just something happening to us. It is a reflection of our own consciousness, shaped by the energy and frequency we carry within. Our emotions, thoughts, and beliefs hold the power to shape how we experience the world. Life unfolds not in the absence of potential, but through the filter of our own perception. Every interaction, every relationship, and every situation is colored by the internal landscape of our mind and heart. The presence of others in our lives is not random, it is a manifestation of our own internal state, a reflection of our beliefs, desires, and emotional energy. This means that the way we view and experience others is not as fixed or predetermined as it might seem. Instead, it is flexible and fluid, shaped by the choices we make in our inner world. In a sense, we are the authors of our own experiences, and we hold the pen that shapes the stories of our lives. It's not the external circumstances that dictate how we feel or who shows up in our lives, but rather our own emotional resonance, the frequency we project, and the beliefs we hold. The people around us and the situations we encounter are not the ones responsible for our emotional state, they merely reflect it. They are silent observers, mirroring back to us what we are vibrating. In this understanding, we realize that it is not the external world we need to change, but the internal world within ourselves. The key to transforming our experiences lies not in trying to force or manipulate the world around us, but in changing the way we perceive it. The external world is simply a manifestation of our inner consciousness, and so, to alter our reality, we must first embark on an inner journey. This is where true transformation begins, in the quiet spaces of our minds, where we have the power to shift our perspective, adjust our beliefs, and align ourselves with a higher purpose. When we understand this, we no longer feel the need to fight against the world or try to control everything that happens around us. Instead, we learn to trust in the natural unfolding of life, guided by forces far greater than our individual will. There is a peace that comes with this understanding. It is the realization that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, in divine timing and order. We no longer need to rush or force things to happen. The urgency to act, to convince, or to control dissipates when we surrender to the greater rhythm of life. When we align ourselves with this divine flow, we find that our actions, words, and intentions become effortlessly harmonized with the natural order of the universe. This is not something we have to work hard to achieve, it is simply a matter of surrender, of letting go of our personal desires and aligning with the higher will that guides our lives. This wisdom is reflected in the sacred teachings of many traditions, including the Holy Bible, where we find the powerful prayers of surrender. In Luke 22:42, we are reminded, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done." Similarly, in Matthew 26:42, we are urged to align our desires with the divine will. "My Father, if it is not possible for this cup to be taken away unless I drink it, may your will be done." In Mark 14:36, the plea is echoed, "Abba, Father, everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." These passages are not just words, they are a call to surrender our will to something greater than ourselves. They urge us to release the need for control and to trust that there is a divine purpose unfolding in every moment. It is a reminder that the wisdom of life lies in our willingness to align ourselves with the higher forces at play, and that by doing so, we tap into a deeper peace, a serenity that transcends the chaos and confusion of our minds. When we begin to recognize this higher wisdom, we find that we no longer need to manipulate or force things to happen. Instead, we embrace the simplicity of acceptance. We begin to understand that the world around us is not a set of circumstances to be managed, but a reflection of the state of our inner consciousness. Our relationships, our experiences, and the people who show up in our lives are not accidents, they are expressions of our own energy and vibration. By changing our internal state, we change the external world. This process starts with awareness. We must first become aware of the thoughts and emotions that play out in our minds and how they influence our perception of reality. As we become more attuned to the workings of our inner world, we gain the ability to discern what is real and what is simply a product of our imagination. For example, when we think about another person or share their company, our minds create a vivid mental image of them. We feel the emotions associated with this image, and it becomes real in our experience. But it is crucial to recognize that these mental images are not always aligned with the truth of the situation. They are projections of our own mind, colored by our desires, fears, and past experiences. In these moments, we have a choice. We can either accept these projections as truth, or we can pause and reflect. This is the moment of power, the moment when we can choose a different path, one that is more aligned with our true desires and the reality we wish to create. It is a conscious decision to not identify with the mental constructs that arise in our minds, and instead, to remain anchored in the truth of what is unfolding. This is where true power lies, in the ability to choose our response, to choose our state of mind, and to choose how we relate to the world around us. In this awareness, we find the freedom to let go of the need to control, to manipulate, or to force outcomes. We no longer need to convince others of our perspective or push for things to unfold in a certain way. Instead, we learn to trust in the natural flow of life, knowing that everything is unfolding in divine order. When we align ourselves with this flow, our actions become effortless, our words become harmonious, and our relationships become a reflection of our inner peace. As we embark on this journey of self-awareness and alignment, we find that we are not alone. There are invisible forces guiding us, helping us to navigate the complexities of life. These forces are not separate from us, they are an extension of our own inner wisdom. When we surrender to this guidance, we find that everything becomes easier, more effortless. The world no longer feels like a place we have to fight against. It becomes a space where we can flow, where we can trust, and where we can trust, and where we can experience the beauty of life unfolding in its own time. If you're feeling this message deep within your heart, please take a moment to comment God below and subscribe to the ChosenOnes channel. Your support through super thanks means a lot to us, and we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has already contributed. It is because of your generosity that this message can reach those who need it the most. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. As you journey through life, constantly evolving, you may find that the external world often acts as a mirror, reflecting the inner landscape of your soul. The people and circumstances around you, though they may appear to be independent and separate from your inner world, are actually extensions of the feelings and perceptions you hold within. These reflections, these projections of yourself, are not random. They come into your life to show you something deeper, something more profound about who you truly are and what you are meant to learn. As you embrace this truth, you begin to realize that, much like your ideal state of consciousness, others around you are also perfect in their own way, as reflections of that same divine essence that resides within you. But here's the key: the desire for change, for control, for manipulation of the outside world. It fades when you understand that the only change that truly matters begins within. It's through inner transformation, through embracing a sense of harmony and peace with the universe, that everything outside you aligns with your ideal state of being. The world doesn't need to be fixed. What needs to be transformed is your relationship with it, your emotional responses, your interpretations, your judgments. And when you align with that understanding, you can move through life with ease, releasing the need to force, to control, or to judge. Instead of seeing others through the lens of judgment or expectation, you can see them as they truly are, an expression of the same divine force that flows through you. When you stop judging based on appearances, when you stop holding on to the belief that things must be a certain way in order to feel right, you free yourself to experience life in its fullest, most authentic form. There is no need to manipulate or change the world. It is already unfolding according to a greater plan. The visible changes you seek are not about convincing others or forcing events to fit your needs. They are about aligning yourself with the invisible forces that orchestrate the rhythm of life. In John 7:24, we are reminded, "Do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment." This is a call to shift your perspective, to look beyond the surface and see the truth that lies beneath. When you stop judging others, when you stop trying to force your will upon them, you open the space for divine wisdom to work through you. And as you release the impulse to control, you begin to see that your feelings and your emotions are the true architects of your reality. They shape the world around you, creating an environment where your desires can effortlessly manifest. This shift, this understanding, is the gateway to your transformation. It is not about changing others, but about changing how you relate to the world. When you let go of the need for validation, when you release the belief that something external must happen for you to feel at peace, you begin to operate from a place of alignment. The desire for change transforms from an external pursuit to an internal realization that you are already whole, already perfect, already aligned with the divine. The people you encounter, the situations you face, they are all reflections of your inner state, and when you embrace that, you begin to see everything as an opportunity for growth and understanding. Your desires, then, are not separate from you. They are already fulfilled, already woven into the fabric of your existence. The challenge is not to make them real, but to recognize that they are already real in the deepest part of your being. The feeling of fulfillment is not something to chase, it is something to accept. And when you do, you find that everything you seek is already yours, not in the form of physical possessions, but in the form of peace, joy, and alignment with your higher self. This understanding brings with it a sense of freedom. Freedom from the need to prove anything, freedom from the need to change others or the world. When you realize that you are the creator of your own reality, that your feelings and emotions shape your experience, you release the pressure to control or manipulate external circumstances. You simply become the observer, witnessing the unfolding of your life with a sense of peace and surrender. And in this surrender, in this acceptance, you find that everything you need to live in alignment with your purpose is already provided. But here's the truth, this journey is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments when the world outside you seems to challenge your inner peace. In those moments, it's essential to return to the core truth that you are already perfect, that your desires are already fulfilled, and that the only work to be done is the work of inner alignment. The outer world will always reflect your inner state, and when you embrace the feeling of your desires fulfilled, you begin to see the world change around you. The key to this transformation is not in seeking external validation, but in remaining true to your ideal state of consciousness. When you align your inner world with the truth of who you are, the outer world will naturally fall into place. And it's through this process, through this inner revolution, that you come to understand the true power that resides within you. The world may appear to be full of chaos, but in reality, it is a reflection of the harmony that already exists within you. You are the co-creator of your reality. Your feelings and your perceptions are the brushstrokes with which you paint the canvas of your life. The key is to remain grounded in the knowledge that you are already aligned with your desires, and that your feelings of fulfillment will guide you through the ebb and flow of life. Every moment, every interaction, every experience is an opportunity to align more deeply with your true self, and through that alignment, you create the reality you desire. And as you move through this journey, you come to realize that your ideal state of consciousness is not a destination, but a way of being. It is a continuous process of choosing to remain in alignment with your higher self, to trust in the invisible forces that guide you, and to surrender to the flow of life. The more you embrace this state of being, the more effortlessly your desires will manifest, and the more deeply you will feel connected to the divine. As we navigate through this life, remember the power to change the world does not lie in changing others, but in changing how we relate to the world. When we align with our ideal state of consciousness, we become a beacon of light for others, a silent prayer of transformation that ripples through the fabric of existence. And through this process, we bring about the change we seek, not through force or manipulation, but through the simple act of being true to ourselves. So, as you continue on your journey, I encourage you to remember this: the world around you is a reflection of what you feel to be real. And as you shift your inner state, you shift the world. Trust in the process. Trust in the invisible forces that guide you, and trust in the power that resides within you. And when you experience this deep alignment, you will begin to witness the profound transformation that comes from living in harmony with the divine will. If this message resonates with you, please take a moment to comment below with the word God and subscribe to the ChosenOnes channel. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to us, and we are incredibly grateful for your generosity. A special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it most. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. As you continue to reflect upon this journey of self-discovery and alignment with your higher self, you may begin to realize that the true essence of life is not found in the external circumstances, but rather in the way we relate to them. The world we perceive, with all its challenges and triumphs, is not something that happens to us, it is something that we actively participate in, co-creating with the universe through the power of our inner states and feelings. When you come to understand this, when you truly embody the knowledge that your inner state shapes your reality, a profound shift occurs. No longer are you bound by the circumstances of life. Instead, you begin to see that life itself is a fluid, ever-changing expression of your own consciousness. The external world functions as a direct mirror of your inner world. It doesn't just reflect the surface-level thoughts you have, but also resonates with your deepest feelings, desires, and beliefs. Everything you experience, from the smallest interactions to the most significant life events, is a direct reflection of the state of your inner being. When you begin to see life from this perspective, you realize that the world is not an external force acting upon you, nor is it something that needs to be fixed or changed. Instead, it is a direct mirror of the energy and consciousness that resides within you. Each person you meet, each situation you encounter, and each outcome you experience are simply reflections of your own internal state. This realization is powerful because it empowers you to take full responsibility for the reality you create. It shows you that you are not a passive recipient of life's experiences, but an active creator shaping your reality every day through the way you think, feel, and believe. When you recognize this, the idea of fixing or changing the world becomes irrelevant. You stop searching outside of yourself for solutions, answers, or validation. Instead, you begin to understand that the key to transformation lies within you. By shifting your internal state, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, you begin to see the external world shift naturally in response. This process is not one of effort or force, but of realignment and allowing. When you harmonize your inner self with the divine truth of who you are, the external world follows suit and effortlessly transforms according to your new state of consciousness. The true power of consciousness lies in the awareness that you are not simply observing life unfold around you, you are a dynamic participant in the creation of that life. Your thoughts and emotions are not passive reactions to external events, but rather the driving forces that shape and influence your experiences. The more you cultivate an understanding of this, the more you realize that the changes you seek in the world are not to be made through external actions or struggle, but through the intentional transformation of your inner state. By working within, you create the world around you. So, how do we begin to embody this profound truth in our daily lives? The first step lies in the recognition that our desires, dreams, and aspirations are not something we need to chase after or struggle to attain. They are already fulfilled in the deepest, most essential sense. The moment we acknowledge this truth, when we fully embrace the reality that we are already whole and complete, we begin to step into a new way of being. This way of being is not rooted in the constant pursuit of external validation or the endless striving to change the world around us. Instead, it is grounded in the acceptance that everything we seek, every desire, every dream, every aspiration is already within us, waiting to be realized. When we recognize that we are already whole, there is no longer a sense of lack or yearning for something outside ourselves. The desire to change the world is no longer driven by the need to fix or improve external circumstances, but rather it becomes an alignment with the divine flow of the universe. It's about trusting that the universe has already provided everything we need to manifest our highest potential. We no longer feel the need to prove ourselves to others or to manipulate situations in order to get what we think we need. Instead, we shift our focus inward, turning our attention to the inner state of peace, fulfillment, and gratitude that already exists within. This shift in perspective allows us to stop chasing after external markers of success, happiness, or fulfillment. Instead, we begin to recognize that true contentment and growth come from aligning ourselves with the flow of the universe, trusting that when we are in harmony with our highest self and the divine, everything we need will unfold naturally and effortlessly. The path becomes less about forcefully pursuing desires and more about gracefully allowing them to manifest as we embody our true essence. We learn that the desire to change the world is no longer about changing anything externally. It becomes about aligning with the divine rhythm of life, fully trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. The more we embody this truth in our daily lives, the more we start to experience the world in a new light, one in which we feel supported, guided, and empowered, knowing that everything we need is already within us. The world shifts in response to our internal transformation, and the changes we experience are natural, effortless, and aligned with our highest good. It is in this alignment, this state of peace and harmony, that the true magic of life begins to unfold. We start to see the world with a deeper understanding that everything is interconnected, that nothing is isolated or separate. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions are not distinct or disconnected from the world around us. Instead, they are intricately woven into the very fabric of existence, each one playing a part in the grand, unfolding tapestry of life. We begin to recognize that every thought we think, every emotion we feel, every intention we set is like a vibration that ripples out into the universe, creating an energetic signature that sends waves through the world. This energetic signature we send out is not just a random occurrence. It is a reflection of who we are, of what we believe and feel deeply. The energy we emit naturally attracts experiences, people, and situations that resonate with our internal state. This is the law of attraction in its purest form, not merely a tool to attract material possessions or fleeting desires, but a deeper, more profound principle that reveals the truth that our inner state is the architect of our external reality. It is not enough to wish for something. We must become aligned with the energy of that desire, embodying the essence of what we seek. When we truly embody this truth that our inner state shapes our outer reality, we begin to move through life with a sense of power, grace, and ease. No longer do we feel like passive participants in the world. We become conscious co-creators of our experience. We recognize that our reality is not something that happens to us, but rather, it is a direct reflection of our consciousness. What we think, feel, and believe creates the reality we experience, and when we are aligned with our highest truth, that reality unfolds naturally and effortlessly. This understanding brings with it a sense of empowerment, because we no longer feel at the mercy of external circumstances. We realize that we hold the key to shaping our lives. The more we align ourselves with the peace, love, and abundance that are inherent within us, the more our lives begin to mirror that abundance. Our relationships, our work, our health, and our experiences begin to reflect the harmony we cultivate within. In this space, life becomes less about striving, struggling, or seeking approval. Instead, it becomes a dance of creation, a flow of energy that responds to the vibrations we send out into the world. As we move through life with this understanding, we come to realize that the world we see is not separate from us. It is an extension of our inner world. When we change within, the world around us shifts in response. This is the true power of consciousness, that the world we experience is a reflection of our internal state. And by transforming our consciousness, we transform our reality. Every moment becomes an opportunity to align with our highest self, to create the life we desire, not through force or struggle, but through the effortless flow of energy that comes from within. And in doing so, we unlock the magic of life, living in harmony with the universe, knowing that everything we need is already within us, ready to be brought into existence. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to take a moment and comment God below. It's a powerful way to affirm your connection to this truth and to the divine flow of the universe. And don't forget to subscribe to the ChosenOnes channel for more inspiring content. Your support through Super Thanks means so much to the ChosenOnes channel. Thank you deeply for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who has already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. Together, we are making a difference, one soul at a time. As you continue to walk this path of self-discovery and alignment, you may encounter moments of doubt, moments when the external world seems to challenge your inner peace. It's in these moments that it becomes even more important to remain anchored in your ideal state of consciousness. The world will always shift and change, but the key to navigating these changes with grace and ease is to remain true to the feeling of your desires already fulfilled. When you trust in this truth, when you embrace the understanding that your inner state creates your reality, you begin to witness a profound transformation not just in yourself, but in the world around you. The belief that you must manipulate, control, or change the world around you in order to experience fulfillment or success is an illusion. This way of thinking stems from the misconception that external circumstances define our happiness or our sense of peace. In reality, the true power lies within you, and it resides in your ability to remain anchored in your ideal state of consciousness, regardless of what happens outside of you. This doesn't mean you are supposed to deny or overlook the challenges that life presents. It's not about pretending that difficulties don't exist or avoiding the uncomfortable emotions that arise. Instead, it's about embracing the understanding that these challenges are not obstacles to your peace or happiness. They are opportunities to deepen your connection with your true self, to expand your awareness, and to grow into the person you are meant to be. Each challenge you face is an invitation from the universe, a gentle nudge to help you align more closely with the divine truth that lies within. These moments of adversity offer a chance for you to reaffirm your inner state of being, to choose peace in the face of uncertainty, and to trust that everything is unfolding according to a greater plan. When you release the need to control the outcome of every situation, You free yourself from the tension of trying to force things to happen in your own timing. You let go of the impulse to judge situations, people, or circumstances as good or bad, right or wrong. This act of surrender is not a passive resignation, but an active trust in the wisdom of the universe. By letting go of the need for control and judgment, you allow divine wisdom to work through you. You become a vessel for life's flow, opening yourself to its perfect timing and order. When you stop trying to manipulate or force things, you align with the natural rhythm of existence. You become a part of the greater flow, and instead of struggling against the current, you begin to flow with it. In this state of alignment, life unfolds effortlessly, bringing you everything you need at the perfect moment. The challenges you once perceived as roadblocks transform into stepping stones, guiding you toward the growth and expansion that are always available to you. It is essential to recognize that the journey of self-discovery and alignment is not a final destination to be reached, but rather an ongoing process, a continuous unfolding. This journey is ever evolving, and as you move through life, you will find that your understanding of who you truly are deepens and expands. The power you hold within will continue to reveal itself to you in new and profound ways. As you evolve and grow, the external world around you will also shift and change. However, as these changes occur, you will find that your inner state of consciousness becomes your steady guide, leading you with effortless grace through every twist and turn that life presents. The more you align yourself with your higher self, the more naturally you will begin to perceive the world through a lens of love, acceptance, and gratitude. In this space, judgment begins to fade away. No longer do you feel the need to judge people, situations, or circumstances as good or bad. Instead, there is a deep sense of understanding that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, in alignment with a divine plan far beyond our human comprehension. The beauty of this realization is that it frees you from the burden of trying to control or change things according to your limited perspective. Instead, you trust that the flow of life is guided by something far wiser and more expansive than any individual mind could grasp. As you let go of judgment and embrace acceptance, you begin to experience life in its fullness, unencumbered by the desire to manipulate or force outcomes. The world, once perceived as a collection of random events and challenging circumstances, becomes a sacred dance of interconnectedness, each moment a step in the rhythm of divine wisdom. In this state of alignment, you recognize that every experience, whether seemingly positive or negative, is an opportunity for growth, learning, and self-discovery. It all serves a greater purpose, one that is designed to help you become the fullest expression of your true self. Your ability to flow with the changes in life becomes a reflection of your growing trust in the divine order that governs all things. You no longer need to fight against the current of life. Instead, you allow yourself to be carried by it, knowing that every twist and turn has a purpose. You begin to understand that life is not something you must control or shape according to your desires. Rather, it is something you must allow to unfold naturally, guided by the wisdom that resides within you. As you embrace this profound truth, a deep sense of peace will begin to wash over you. This peace is not a fleeting emotion, but a lasting state of being that comes from living in alignment with your highest self. When you are in harmony with your true essence, the need to chase after external validation fades away. You will no longer feel the pull to seek approval from others or to change them to fit your needs and desires. Instead, you will come to the realization that everything you seek, everything you desire, is already within you. True fulfillment does not lie in altering the external world or manipulating circumstances to match your expectations. It is not found in the pursuit of things outside yourself, but in the way you choose to perceive and engage with the world around you. When you are aligned with your ideal state of consciousness, your perspective shifts. You begin to see that the world is not something you need to control or change, but rather something that reflects the state of your inner world. This alignment creates a powerful magnetic field around you, and as you begin to embody this truth, you will notice that the external world starts to reflect this inner peace and harmony. Your interactions with others will change. You will no longer feel the need to argue, to convince, or to manipulate, because you understand that each person is a reflection of the state of consciousness you hold within. The relationships you attract will align with the vibration of love, acceptance, and mutual respect that you have cultivated within yourself. With this alignment, you will witness the magic of life unfold in ways that you may have never imagined possible. Events will begin to happen effortlessly, synchronistically, and in perfect timing. Opportunities will arise with ease, and challenges that once seemed insurmountable will transform into valuable lessons and stepping stones toward greater growth. Life will no longer feel like a struggle, but rather a flow, a continuous unfolding of divine grace and wisdom. The world around you will seem to conspire in your favor, supporting you in ways that feel miraculous. This magic is not something that happens through force or willpower. It is not about trying to manipulate reality or bend circumstances to fit your desires. It is about allowing the flow of life to guide you, trusting that as you remain true to your ideal state of consciousness, everything you need will come to you effortlessly. The more you embody this truth, the more you will find that life becomes a beautiful, harmonious dance where every step is taken in sync with the rhythm of the universe. In this state of alignment, you become a co-creator of your reality, shaping your world through the power of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. The magic of life is always available to you. It is simply waiting for you to recognize and align with it. And as you continue to live in this alignment, you will begin to see how everything is interconnected: the people you meet, the experiences you have, the opportunities that come your way. They are all part of a greater divine plan. The more you trust in this plan, the more you allow yourself to surrender to the flow of life, the more effortless and joyful your journey becomes. You will find that the world is not something to be feared or controlled, but something to be embraced with love, understanding, and gratitude. In this space of surrender, you will come to understand that true power does not reside in the act of controlling or forcing outcomes, but in the profound wisdom of letting go. Surrender is not a passive act of giving up. It is a conscious choice to release the grip on the illusion of control and to allow the natural flow of life to unfold as it is meant to. In this surrender, you tap into a deeper, more powerful force, one that is in harmony with the universe itself. True freedom, you will discover, is not about changing the world or shaping it to fit your desires. Instead, it lies in the acceptance that the world you experience is simply a reflection of your inner state of being. It is the outward manifestation of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. When you fully embody this truth, when you truly accept that your inner world shapes your outer reality, you enter a state of profound alignment. This alignment is not something you have to force or strive for. It is a natural state that arises when you let go of resistance and surrender to the divine flow of life. As you align with your ideal state of consciousness, you become a living example of the transformative power that exists within each of us. You become a beacon of light for others, a testament to the power of living in harmony with your highest self and the universe. This alignment not only transforms your own life but also ripples out into the world around you. The energy you emanate, the peace and harmony you radiate, has the power to inspire others to embrace the same truth. Through your own journey of transformation, you become an inspiration, showing others that they too can align with their highest selves and experience the magic of life unfolding in their own lives. Your inner transformation creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own experience. As you shift your consciousness, the world around you shifts, and those who encounter your energy are also affected. You become a catalyst for change, not by trying to force or control, but by living as an example of divine alignment. This ripple effect has the potential to create a profound transformation in the lives of those around you. As people witness the peace, love, and joy you embody, they are inspired to seek the same alignment in their own lives. It is not through words or actions that you influence others, but through the energy you exude and the way you live in accordance with your true nature. In this way, the transformation of one individual can spark a wave of transformation in the collective consciousness. When you let go of the need to control and simply align with your higher self, you not only change your own life but become a powerful force for change in the world. It is important to remember that the world you see around you is not something to be changed or fixed. The external world is a mirror of your inner world, a reflection of the thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and energies you hold within. It is not something that needs to be manipulated or controlled. Instead, it is an invitation to look inward, to recognize the power and truth that already reside within you. When you come to understand this, you realize that your focus need not be on trying to change the world to match your desires. Instead, your focus shifts to aligning with your true self, recognizing that everything you seek is already within you, already fulfilled in the deepest sense. When you embody the truth that your desires are already fulfilled, your life begins to shift in ways that are both subtle and profound. The moment you accept that you are whole and complete, that you are already aligned with the universe and everything you need to manifest your highest potential is already provided, you begin to experience life in a new way. The pursuit of external validation, the need to chase after things outside of yourself, fades away. Instead, you begin to move through life with a sense of inner peace, knowing that all that you seek, all that you desire, is already yours. This understanding brings about a deep sense of freedom, a freedom that comes from knowing that your fulfillment is not dependent on external circumstances but on your inner alignment. In this space of inner peace, your external world may shift and change, but your inner state of harmony will remain unshaken. The circumstances of life may fluctuate, but you will remain anchored in the truth that your desires have already been fulfilled. This inner peace becomes the foundation from which everything else flows. When you align with your highest self and recognize that your desires are already fulfilled, you create a powerful energy that attracts everything you need effortlessly. The world begins to reflect this alignment, and opportunities, abundance, and synchronicities begin to unfold with ease. The key here is to remember that when you align with your true self, you are not trying to control or manipulate life. You are simply allowing life to flow through you in its natural state. You are not trying to force things to happen. Instead, you are allowing your desires to manifest in divine timing, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly. When you live in this state of alignment, you become a magnet for everything you need, and life begins to feel effortless, flowing with ease and grace. Your desires are not something you need to strive for, they are already yours, and as you align with this truth, you will find that everything you seek will come to you naturally. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to comment below with the word God and subscribe to the ChosenOnes channel. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to us, and we are incredibly grateful for your generosity. A special shout out to everyone who has already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it most. Thank you for embarking on this transformative journey with me. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.